Evening people, evening. Welcome back to the channel. Live tonight for round 8, or the finals of the Super Formula series, hosted over there on P1 Race Community on Facebook. So final round tonight from Marina. We've got a 5-minute qualifier which is not started yet. 31 lap race, sorry. Bop is on, tyre wear times 5, fuel rate is at times 3. 2 mandatory pit stops. You have to use any 2 compounds. They've got to be different compounds as well. Faithless, evening. Slapped a like on already. Well done, sir. Well done. Thank you very much. Make sure you go and check out Faithless Emo Racing as well. He's streaming his... Are you streaming tonight? You streaming tonight? Let us know. But go and check him out. See his POV. No overtake boost on lap 1 in this race either. It just causes a little bit too much chaos if everyone's got the finger on the boost button into turn 1. Stickers. Oh no, hold on. No, not stickers. No, gone too quickly. Gone too quickly. Let's have a look at points, shall we? So after Interlagos last week, HKRT Kevin 134 points in first. Dylan second with 128 points. We've got Faithless Emo in third with 106 in the chat already. Mocking Weeks in 4th with 86 points. Manny in 5th with 59 points. Manos 6th with 58 points. DIA 3SP Mart with 52 points in 7th. No stream tonight, been messing with cars all day. Okay, no stream from... Don't go and check out Faithless Emo. You can do, but obviously you won't see his POV tonight. Chuck him a like and a subscribe as well. Obi-Wan in 8th with 47 points. We've got Skippy 9th with 43 points. Atramores in 10th with 31 points. 11th for Pilgrim with 27 points. 12th for Dizzy with 23 points. It's Hoggy in 13th with 21 points. And Dazzler 14th with 13 points. So that's coming into last round tonight. So... HKRT Manos has, you know, he's obviously leading the championship. Stickers still available to people. Hit me up at dartsmoker@googlemail.com if you want any of those. But evening, how are we doing? Yeah, if he has a bad result tonight, let me turn that on. And Dylan has a good night. Could be all change. Oh, Dylan's left the room and rejoined the room. Interesting. Okay, so 12 drivers on track. We're missing a couple for the finals then. Let's have a quick look, see who we've got. We've got Dylan, Dizzy, Faithless, Obi-Wan, Mart, Manos, Kevin, Manny, Atra, Mockin, Skippy and Pilgrim all in the room tonight. You've been fitting more carbon to your cars, Faithless. Is that what you've been doing? Yeah, Kevin versus Dylan for the championship. Yeah, so if Dylan has a really good result, obviously first, second, kind of up there, and Kevin has a bad result and ends up at the back, it's not going to happen. But it might. Then it could all change. It could be Dylan taking the championship. But Kevin is a very fast driver, so we'll see how he gets on tonight. He's been pretty dominant in the super formulas, to be perfectly honest with you. So we'll see if he can take the championship tonight. Let's see if we can get a bit of an on-board lap with somebody. Let's find out where somebody is. Here you go. This will do. It is the Dylan. So turn 1, 90-degree left. Plenty of run out on this circuit. We're hoping people don't cheat too much. I don't think the track limits have quite been sorted out on this one yet. To this almost hairpin. Big long straight now. You'll see drivers going for overtakes down here. Big piles of the overtake function to be used. Looks like we're about to get on with qualifying. We are, so wait for the little bing bong chime thing. Is it a bing? Is it a bong? What is it? Is it a beep? It's a bing bong chime beep. They're fitting carbon to other cars. Faithless Emo. So not streaming tonight. So miss out turn one altogether from the pits. Don't cross that white line too early, otherwise that's a 3-second penalty when you leave the pits. And almost, we'll stay on board with Manny, we're almost at the same place we got cut off before qualifying started. So onto this long straight then. Again, good opportunities for an overtake down here. You can see the overtake function tank or limit on the far right hand side at the bottom. They only get the one tank of that, so to speak. There's no chance of filling it up, regenning it or anything like that. So once they've used it, and it does come in handy at the end of the race when everybody else has used a lot of theirs up and you've still got a full tank of it, or plenty left to play with anyway. So through that little kink, another short straight into this long sweeping hairpin left. The tricky part of the circuit coming up now then. Some fast corners into some very slow corners. Fast through those first couple, all on the brakes through there. Feathering it through there and here. Another push up here. You can carry it. Oh, just taking his time then, just getting a little bit close to a couple of drivers. Warming those tyres up before they hit these hot laps now. There we go, that is back on this start finish straight with Dylan in front. Hot laps underway now then. It's this man, Faithless Emo, in the old school Apple livery. Leading the way around this qualifying session. You can see he's using that overtake function. It's lit up red at the minute. His finger pressed on that all the way down this straight to carry as much speed as possible through this little chicane kink. Trying to avoid running wide through there. All four wheels off the track over that white line is a penalty. Again, track limit's not been quite sorted out on this circuit, so there are opportunities to take advantage of that. We hope drivers don't. Clean so far for Faithless. This tricky back half of the track then. Under the coloured glass dome thing. I'm sure it's got a real name. Back onto this start finish straight. Let's have a look then. What time are you going to put in, Faithless? It's 1:33.0. Pilgrim 1:35, Mocking Weeks goes a little bit quicker, 1:33.9 for him. Dylan's gone quicker so far though, 1:33.041. Faithless second, Kevin third now, he's just crossed the line. Championship leader Mocking in fourth, I say that as Manos comes across the line, takes that position off him, he's into fourth, then Mocking Weeks pushed to fifth. Mart in sixth. What is that livery you've got on there? Deloitte. Pilgrim seventh. Manny in eighth. Tremors in ninth. Dizzy 10th. We've still got Obi and Skippy in the pits. So I'm not sure what's happening with Obi and Skippy. But it's this man on pole still. 5-minute qualifier in these, if I remember correctly. So they don't get that long. All 4 wheels across that track. And possibly all 4 wheels across there as well for Dylan. Seems to have got away with that one. Oh, he's clapped it into the wall though on the exit. No damage, but it's going to have slowed him down for sure. He's already on pole, but was he looking to go a little bit quicker on that lap? It wasn't to be. Faithless Emo. Oh, there you go. Kevin coming through to take top spot for the time being then. Let's wait for everybody else to cross the line. 1:32.9 for Kevin. Nearly a 10th quicker than Dylan's time. Faithless in 3rd, but he is still on his final lap. All of that overtake. Can't use any of that now, even in qualifying. Can he better that 3rd position? Manos in 4th, everybody else crossed the line. Mark 5th, Mock in 6th, Pilgrim 7th, Atra 8th, Manny 9th, Obi 10th, Skippy 11th and Dizzy 12th. Just wait on this man then. Is there somebody else? Who else is out on the track ripping at the minute still? Oh, it's Mocking Weeks. He's managed to get a sneaky little lap in as well, has he? Can either of those move up the field? 3rd then for Faithless, 6th for Mocking. Faithless then, can he go quicker? He can't. What about Mocking? Backwards across the line, so no, he stays in 6th as well. So it is Kevin taking pole then for final race of the season. Dylan 2nd, Faithless 3rd, Manos 4th, Mart in 5th, Mocking Week 6th, Pilgrim 7th, Atra in 8th, Manny 9th, Obi 10th, Skippy 11th and Dizzy 12th. But yeah, not sure why they didn't do a qualifying lap. Official results then. Kevin up top. Yeah, almost a 10th quicker than Dylan. Dylan 2nd, Faithless 3rd, Manos 4th, Mark 5th, Mockin 6th, Pilgrim 7th, Atra in 8th, Manny 9th, Obi 10th, Skippy 11th and Dizzy in 12th. Have I got it all turned on? Yes. Okay. Good. Giving you 10 seconds to click the like button. Faithless has already done it, so he's free. He's free of that one. Need some likings and some subscribings. I'm refreshing. 2. That's better than 1. Lucky Bucky in the house. Yeah, some regulars in the P1 lobbies for sure. Oh, he had a quality ban, did he? Had a quality ban. Okay. What about Obi and Skippy? Did all 3 of them have it? But it should be some good racing tonight. Final race of the season. A lot to play for between Dylan and Kevin. A championship overall on the line between those two. So is it 6 points between them? Was it 6 points? Let's have a look. Yes, it is just 6 points. So Kevin's got to have a crappy one. Dylan's got to have a blinder. But only those 6 points in it. Right, here we go then. 31 laps here from Marina. What's the strategy? Full tilt. Don't use that overtake on lap 1, obviously. But full tilt all the way around the circuit. Get in front of everyone. and win. That's kind of the Diz, evening bro. That's kind of the strat. I don't know what else you want out of me. Get in front, cross the line first. Okay, here we go then. Last race of the season, the finals here from Yas Marina. Lights go on. All the drivers not risking a false start through there. Dylan, up the inside through turn 1. He's not messing about. Kevin's right on his tail though off the line. Through turn 1, through turn 2. Kevin still can't get through. Dylan has taken the lead then. Faithless remains in 3rd. HKRT Manos into 4th. Mark 5th. Oh, not anymore. Pilgrim just getting up the inside of him. Oh, somebody's sliding out in the background. So Mark gets pushed down a position then. Atra into 7th. Mocking Weeks in 8th. Obi right behind him in 9th. Skippy 10th, Dizzy in 11th, and it was Manny that lit the rears up coming through that turn. Put that thing backwards, kept it out the wall, luckily enough. All to play for then for Dylan. He needs Kevin to have a couple of incidents and accidents and fall down the field a couple of positions. But I don't even think that would matter. Kevin is a very quick driver. Find his way back through the field, no doubt. Faithless just hanging on to him in 3rd at the minute. That Mart just going back around the outside of Atra Moores then, both getting past Pilgrim. No, Atra Moores into the wall through there. A little bit of front end damage on that car. That will repair itself, but it'll take a little bit of time. He'll be running slow. Tucks himself right under the rear wing of Obi. Gives Skippy plenty of room through there as well. Repair itself any second, that car. There you go, back to full race pace now for him. Skippy in 10th then, Dizzy in 11th. And Manny trying to get himself back in this race, nearly 10 seconds down after that crash. Look at this, Dylan. Oh. Kevin, you know, I know you don't like to make it easy for yourself, but come on, bro. Drops down to 5th position then from 2nd. Is that enough for Dylan to take the championship in these positions? I don't know. We'll see if Kevin can get any positions back. He's got Mockin and Pilgrim pretty close to him at the minute. So Mart into 4th then. Manos 3rd. Faithless gets promoted into 2nd, and Dylan holding the lead of this race now. 1.5 seconds over Faithless. I suppose there's no comments from Faithless talking about dirty air, to be honest. Wobble out of there for him. Manos another 1.5 seconds behind him. Mart just within slipstream range. Kevin slowly closing up on him as well. That 1.5 second gap down to 1.2. 1.3, apologies. Mockin then is broken away from Pilgrim. Pilgrim's chucked it in a wall somewhere, I think. Obi into 7th then. Skippy 8th. Atra 9th, Dizzy in 10th, yeah. Manny in 11th, and Pilgrim, I think, has been into a wall somewhere. Because he is now at the back behind Manny, 2.7 seconds behind him. Manny is starting to close that gap back on Dizzy though, 6.6 seconds. He's had to use a bit of that overtake function to close that gap up. This is all working out for Dylan at the minute. Faithless 2nd, Manos still 3rd. Mark closing up on him in 4th. Kevin loses a bit of time to Mart actually, so it was 1.2 seconds. It's just stretched up to, 1.3. It's just stretched up to 2 seconds. It's got Mockin Viking Weeks ever closer, just within slipstream range. Yo-yoing in and out of that one, actually mocking. Obi trying to get in that slipstream range as well for off of Mocking's rear end. Back into the start-finish straight then, starting at lap 5. Oof, Obi taking in some barriers. Skippy deciding to give it a second clout on the way through there. Oh, Atra's taken a little bit too much of a shortcut somewhere and found himself with a half a second penalty. Bound to be penalty loss down this big long back straight, isn't it? Or is it start finish straight? It might be start finish straight. I can't see any yellow markers down here. No, must be start finish. Oh no, it's round this corner. Oh, what's this little straight down towards the hairpin? Okay. Not a bad place, but again, you don't want to be picking up penalties. Dizzy then, 3.8 seconds behind Atra. Manny another 4.7 behind him, and Pilgrim still trying to close that gap up, 2.7 seconds back. Look at this, top two, almost, I was going to say bumper to bumper, but they don't have bumpers. Wing to wing. 0.5 of a second in it between Faithless and Dylan. Neither driver used any overtake function yet. Faithless has gone off track a little bit too much though. He's got half a second penalty. Mart has found his way past Manos into third. 3.4 seconds behind. He's used a tiny little bit of that overtake function. Manos drops to fourth then. Kevin right behind him in fifth. Mocking sixth. I'm sure I've just seen somebody into the wall as well. Skippy seventh. Atra up to eighth. Dizzy in ninth. Yeah, it's Obi-Wan. Got it wrong. Came around that final corner and just seemed to go straight on. Picked up a big pile of front end damage on his car. Drops to 10th. Manny 11th. Pilgrim closing that gap up in 12th. 1.8 seconds behind Manny now. Faithless had a little look at the back of Dylan down there. Oh! Oh, it's all gone wrong for Faithless. He's got to pick a spot on track. What is going on? Is his car not working? What's happening here? What a shame for Faithless, from second to ninth. And he's still got to lose this penalty. Oh, what an absolute kick. Right, let's see where we are now then. So Dylan's still leading. Obviously he's not spun it round on track yet. That puts Mart into second position. Kevin now through to third. Already past Manos. I'm sure Manos didn't make that hard for him. So through to third, Kevin. He's 2.2 seconds behind Mart. Manos another 1.2 behind Kevin. Weeks 5th, 0.8 behind Manos as well, so getting a little bit of a toe down some of these straighter sections. From 0.8 already down to 0.6. And again, yo-yos around, back to 0.8 again. Skippy 1.7 seconds behind Mockin. Atra, after picking up a penalty, he's now nearly 4 seconds behind Skippy. Dizzy in 8th, being chased by Faithless Emo, who's just binned it around one of the tighter turns on the circuit. He's starting to reel in Dizzy though. Be able to get some extra points, better than 9th place before the end of this race. Obi 2.4 seconds back. He's now got Manny for company. Pilgrim's also closed that gap up as well, just outside of that tow range, but almost there. So these three might have a bit of a coming together as well. Dylan leads then, 4 seconds now over Mart. He is being closed a little bit by Kevin. That 2 point something gap has dropped to 1.8. He's still not used any of that overtake function yet either, Kevin. So I did say that when he dropped down to 5th that he would make a charge back through the field. I think he's still in a position where he could take the championship if it finished like this. 6 points ahead. So a 5 point difference between 1st and 3rd. Do we get points for fastest lap and qualifying as well? Pole position. Is that an extra thing? Battle going off here then. Manos under threat from Mocking Weeks. Tried to get up the inside Mocking, but he's had to let Manos roll around the outside. The chase continues. He just drops outside of that slipstream range as well, Mocking. Skippy got a couple of seconds either side of him in 6th. Atra, similar boat, a little bit of a gap behind to Faithless. He is up to 8th position, past Dizzy already. How quickly will he be able to close up on Atra? 5.7 seconds the gap there at the minute. Most drivers have opted for the medium tyre for stint 1. I don't think, have I seen any drivers on softs? Too sure. Obi certainly isn't. He's on the mediums, as is Pilgrim. Oh, Manny's got it all. Oh, Manny's been in the pits. You on softs, Manny? Did you choose softs for first stint back on the mediums? I don't know. But softs only lasting 6 laps. That's not great. Dylan then comfortable up front, 3.6 seconds over Mart. He has had that gap behind him closed down massively though. It's down to 1.4 seconds between him and HKRT Kevin. Let's get a bit of chase cam on, shall we? What is it? 1.5 seconds. Still 0 overtake boost function used for HKRT Kevin. A bit of time to mark through there. Gap stretches up to 1.8. Lights just coming on. You're going to see this glass dome all lit up in many funky colours. Probably on the next lap. Kevin's starting to bring that time back down on Mart in front then. There's Dylan. Little dot just turning left now. Zoom round the corner he goes. Mart follows him through. Kevin follows him through. He's getting closer lap after lap. Manos in 4th. Mocking Weeks has not managed to close that gap up quite on him yet. Did they have a go? Was it this corner? Not sure. He did have a go, but wasn't able to make it stick. Fell out of that slipstream range of Manos in front. He's working hard to try and get back into that toe. Put himself a little bit closer than Skippy. Being closed back up by Atra Moores, but unfortunately finds himself with another half a second penalty, Atra. He's almost used all of that overtake function as well, down to less than a quarter of a tank on that thing. And with his penalty to lose as well. Might be running slow at the end of the race. There's Faithless. He should get himself past Atra. Still got plenty of that overtake function. Atra not quite up to full speed coming into that turn there either. That's why Faithless is now right on his rear end. Catches right up behind him through there. It's the difference a good line can make. Faithless then looking for a way past Atra. Back onto the start-finish straight. He's going to have a slipstream down here, but this start-finish straight not quite long enough to go for a move. He might be able to get one on the exit of this next turn if he can close up. Skippy. Faithless Emo taking the pair of them. Has he gone too deep? Atra coming back at him. And it is Faithless. He's using that overtake function now to get himself ahead of Atra. Down this long straight as well, Atra would have been in a perfect position to go for the move back up the inside into this almost hairpin at the bottom of the hill. Closing up again. Both drivers using that overtake function down there. I think if we jump on board with Atra... Oh no, he only used a little bit. I was just picking up the slipstream off of Faithless all the way down there then. That was what was keeping him in contact. But that does put Faithless through to 6, slowly but surely then making his way back through the field. Atra 7th, Skippy in 8th, Obi in 9th. Dizzy 10th, Pilgrim in 11th, and Manny already stopped, come in and put on a fresh set of mediums. He's a little way off the field at the minute. Still Dylan just putting in quali lap after quali lap. Tyres looking very similar between the top 3. Top 3 pretty much marked. Used a little bit of that overtake function, but Dylan and Kevin, either side of him, haven't used any of it yet. Manos, who's just under a quarter of a tank, still got mocking weeks. He has now managed to close that gap up. Gets himself back within slipstream range of Manos. Through there for Mockin. Down to half a second. This is not the long straight, apologies. A little bit of a straight, gets a tiny bit closer to him into this left-hander. Again, different lines through there for the two drivers. Manos goes very wide through there. He's got to give that position to Mockin. He can't keep the power on around that corner. He'll just slide himself out into Mockin. Mockin through to 4th then. He's got his work cut out if he wants a podium position. 6.2 seconds up the road for the top 3. And he's still just got to worry about Manos behind him for a little bit, who sticks his finger on that overtake function to try and keep himself close to Mockin. Faithless then up to 6.7 seconds behind Manos. Not quite at the halfway mark yet, so plenty of opportunities for things to happen. Oh, look at the front right on Atra Moore's car. That front right is absolutely crying out to be changed. Obi in 8th. Moves up another position then. Pilgrim 9th. Dizzy 10th, Skippy now been in the pits. He's come out with a fresh set of mediums on. Manny already stopped as well. He's back down to 12th though. So Dylan's lead actually falling. It was about 3.8 seconds. It's down to 2.9. Mart is pressing a little bit now. He's still got Kevin lurking behind him. He has managed to keep that gap between him and Kevin, and he is closing the gap on Dylan in front. That's the gap now between Kevin and Dylan. See Dylan on this part of the circuit yet. He will do when we pop around this corner. There's his sparks heading down towards left-hander, followed by Mark. Kevin into that left. Gets a little bit closer to Mark through there as well. 1.2 seconds the gap. Weeks then past Manos on the previous lap. Manos keeping himself right in that slipstream. He's using that overtake function as well. Using the slipstream and the overtake to try and get himself past Mocking Weeks. It's not working at the minute. Does he go back up the inside here? Goes for a late break. He's left the move a little bit too late though. It does allow Mocking Weeks to hold on to that fourth for the time being. Another opportunity down here though, Manos. Not this time. Obi up to 6th then. Is that where the driver's been in? Yes, so Faithless has been in. He's now stuck on a set of softs. Atramores has been in. He's also got the softs on. Dizzy been in for a set of mediums. Pilgrim has changed to a set of mediums. Already on the mediums, you must have to stick a set of softs on by the end of this race then. Skippy's just come in, been out on a fresh set of mediums, and Manny stopped a few laps ago. We see Mart in this lap. Taking on board the fuel. What tyres is he going to come out on? Mocking Weeks comes in the pits this lap as well. Is this pit lane? Long enough for Mark to lose 2 positions so far. Oh no, he's not. Oh, has he? Oh, he comes out literally side by side with Obi. At least he's got a bit of a slipstream to pick up as soon as he comes out. Obi-Wan's got to come in the pits yet. He's not stopped for tyres. Those worn mediums are going to be a little bit slow. Perfect place now for Mart to use that overtake function just to get himself past. Oh, he doesn't even need it. He's closing up already. Goes for the move up the inside into the hairpin. And there he is back into 4th place for Mart. Manos not stopped yet either. Nor has Kevin. Nor has Dylan. So how far back is Mart? 28 seconds. Let's have a look who has been in the pits. Mocking. Is it about? Oh, I don't know. Can't really tell what the pit times are. Kevin comes in this lap. Dylan stays out. Fresh set of boots on for him then. Taking on a little bit of fuel himself. Manos still out as well. Mart 23 seconds behind. Oh no, hold on, it's all changed. He was 11 seconds behind Manos. Kevin just getting released out the pits. Where does Mark catch up with him? Just coming out the pits there. Look, there's Kevin. Good move by Mark then to get in on that previous lap. He now has got 2.5 seconds lead over Kevin. That was 1.5 seconds. And we'll just wait for the top 2 to come in now as well. They have yet to stop for tyres. Will we see Dylan this lap? He can carry on. He's got a little bit of life left in those mediums. Lap time's still looking pretty good as well. Has got to stop also. He's not been in for a set of tyres yet. What on earth is that? Dylan in then. What are we going to see Atra do? Is he going to come in the pits this lap? Will he continue on round? He's got. Oh no, he's in the pits. Can Mark jump everybody? He's onto this start-finish straight. Well, Dylan already been released out the pits. He's taken on a little bit of fuel, not masses. But he is already out. gap going to come down to by the time we get up to full race pace? 5.3 seconds, 5.2. Yeah, about 5.2 seconds the gap. There's Kevin in the background of Mark's shot there. He's 2.9 seconds behind Mark. Mark Weeks into 4th place, 5.6 seconds behind Kevin. Faithless Emo back out on track into 5th as well. Another position moved up, 2.4 seconds behind Mockin. Atra in 6th, 4.6 behind Faithless. Manos back out on a fresh set of softs, 1.6 seconds behind Atra. Dizzy, let's come out on the mediums, 6 seconds behind Manos. We've got Obi 6.5 seconds behind Dizzy. Fresh set of softs on board for him. Pilgrim on the mediums, another 5, nearly 6 seconds back. Seems to be the time all over the place, 6-ish seconds, 5.2 actually between Pilgrim and Skippy. Just 1.5 between Skippy, I'll say that, 2.2 now between Skippy and Manny. Still comfortable out front then for Dylan, 5.8 seconds over Mark. Now Kevin's made up a bit of time on Mark. He has used a little bit of that overtake function now. He was just getting a little bit concerned. I think Mark was pulling away a couple of tenths here and there. It was enough just to put the willies up Kevin. Again, I think he's already taken the championship if he finishes in 3rd, so he's just got to stay here. He hasn't got to do anything crazy. He's certainly still racing. Faithless, 2.5 seconds between those two. A little press of that overtake function for Faithless, trying to close that gap up. Atra still managing to keep HKRT Manos behind him. So Atra's pretty much emptied his tank of that overtake boost function. We are about just over the halfway mark now, so everybody else who's got plenty left in that overtake boost can use it to their heart's content now against everybody else, or the other people that have run out. Not that they know that unless they're listening to this stream and I'm telling them. Skippy through there. There is Manny through that same section as well. Manny's pretty much used all of his boost function as well. That's why it's lit up red on the top of that thing. Very dodgy line there for Dylan. No penalty for him. Oh, look at this Kevin now, all over the back of Mart. He's used a big blob of that overtake function. About twice as much as Mart. Got that gap down to 0.8 of a second. He's got the slipstream now as well. Obviously won't be able to go for an overtake without a mistake from Mart in front through this particular part of the circuit. To 0.6. Great exit through there as well, right on the tail of Mark through this next section. Don't think he's going to go for it down here. He'll just wait for this next stroll. He does go for it down here. He does go for it down here. That was a very late manoeuvre. Almost took Martin out. overtake function though, trying to pull away from Mark. Mark not using that overtake function, just using slipstream to keep with Kevin. I start to see that come into effect though. Oh, Kevin lights the rears up, gives Mark that position back. I bet he now is using that overtake function to keep himself losing all that speed. I bet he pressed that button hard when he came into that turn. Battle on here then for second. Kevin now looking to run around the outside here. Oh, straight around the outside. Easy work of that on Martin. Nearly loses it into the wall there. Soft tyres starting to show their wear now. They don't last that many laps, to be honest. Look at the gap he's pulled on Mart already, 1.3 seconds. Unfortunately for him, all that battling has allowed Dylan to escape a little bit, 7.3 seconds. It doesn't matter in terms of championship points, because Kevin moving up the field another position guarantees him that championship win. Moore's in the pits this lap. Had enough of those softs already, needs fuel anyway. So Mocky Weeks in fourth, finds himself with a half a second penalty and a faithless emo. Nipping at his heels. .7 of a second back. Mocky's got to lose this penalty, so he can just wait for that to happen. Get the position. Hopefully pull enough time over Mockin to not give him a toe back. Let's have a look. Oh, look how much speed he carries. Now they're back up to full race pace. It's about a second and a half really. It was Faithless was 0.7 of a second behind Mockin. He's now about 0.7 of a second ahead. But they're all going to have to come back in soon. The soft tyres aren't going to last that much longer. Dylan's looking pretty good. He was one of the last to stop. Kevin into second position then. Cleanly past Mart. Mart now 3 seconds behind Kevin. Faithless Emo is past Mockin, 5.6 seconds behind Mart. Tall order to get back on that podium. It's not impossible though. He's running out of fuel pretty damn quick. Mart's got a big blob on, so he'll spend less time in the pits taking on board fuel for that last run here. Mocky Weeks holding on to 5th. Comfortably in 6th, 8 seconds in front to Mocky Weeks, 16 seconds back to Obi. Obi will be in the next lap or so. He's running out of it, probably be at the end of this lap. He's running out of fuel. Tyre's not looking too bad though. Dizzy almost running out of fuel as well. Pilgrim can carry on for a little bit. He's got 1/4 of a tank of fuel. Medium tyres not looking too bad. Skippy in a very similar position. He's actually got more than 1/4 of a tank in that car. Atra back out the pits then on a fresh set of mediums. Just over half a tank. Hopefully that's enough to get him to the end of the race. Still got a tiny little bit. Oh no. Manny has given it up. He's fed up with the super formulas. He has dipped out of the finals tonight then. Faithless Emo in the pits this lap, so he drops from 4th back down to 5th for the time being. We'll see where he comes back out once that stops over. Manos gets past him. Kevin then 7.7 seconds behind Dylan. Not being able to close that gap up. Mart seems quite happy just pootling around in 3rd. He's not trying to pile the pressure back on Kevin. That might come later on in the race, we'll see. We are down to 9 laps though. Mockin 4th, Manos 5th. Faithless just being released out the pits there. There's another driver coming out right behind him, Dizzy. So he loses a position there. Oh, sorry, 2 positions. He came in the pits. Mockin took 4th, and then Manos took 5th off him. But they've all got to stop again in front. Yeah, Manos, Mockin, Mark, Kevin, and Dylan. Not stopping this lap for Dylan. Kevin not stopping either. Mart, another early stop for him then, so he's getting rid of those softs now. Possibly another set of mediums. When did you last come in? Oh yeah, you might be able to do another 6 laps. We've got 8 laps left to do. You might be able to do that on that set of softs. It's not a guarantee. Mockin into the pits this lap as well. Manos kind of goes through, but he's got to stop in a minute. Oh, just been released now then. Goes for that under half a tank. Hopefully that's enough to take him through to the end. Very slow up that pit lane, obviously. But he's released back on track in 4th position. Faithless, does he get that position? Yes, he does. Sneaks that one back off of Mocking Weeks. Into 5th for him then. He is now 9 seconds behind Mark. That gap was smaller. But top 3, Manos, Kevin and race leader Dylan have all got to come in. Dylan very low on fuel. He's going around again though. Oh, he's had a great big drift through there. I can imagine he's sitting there going, God damn, why didn't I come in the pits? So that lap was 1 second slower as well. It's not been the best for him. Kevin comes in this lap, so he might be able to go for some kind of catch-up manoeuvre on Dylan while he's struggling on those worn tyres. Manos glitching around all over the place. He is also coming in the pits this lap. Let's see then, where does Mart come through? I don't think he'll be able to re-overtake Kevin. That gap was getting a little bit big by the time he did come in the pits. Yeah, Kevin already released. He's just got the little straight up the hill. Released now then. There's Mart. He's still got a corner to go before he even sees Kevin. Just turning left, so a little way off then. Got back into 3rd for Mark. Faithless Emo 4th. Mocking Weeks 5th, 1.6 seconds behind Faithless, so still not out of the battle with him before the end of this race. Manos in 6th, but for how much longer I don't know, as Pilgrim goes for a move on him, sticks one up the inside into the left hand elbow. They're still running side by side on the exit though, and Manos has managed to carry the speed out. Retakes that 6. That'll be why he's on a super fresh set of mediums versus Pilgrim's very broken, well not very broken, but broken mediums. Race leader Dylan in the pits then. What will that do for Kevin? Can he get himself back in a battle? Again, he doesn't need to. He's already taken the championship if he stays 2nd. Already being released though. Kevin's still got this whole start finish straight to go. Overtake function being used all the way down there. I don't think we're even going to see Kevin. There he is, there he is. Got a long way down. 4.7 seconds behind Dylan, up 25 or 31 as well, so running out of time for Kevin to try and take the championship, try and take the win tonight. He has already taken the championship if he stays here. Again, Mark comfortable in 3rd. I'll be potentially considering using as much of that overtake function as possible, just to keep this man at bay. I know he's got 6 seconds, but any kind of mistake will bring Faithless right up to the rear end of Mark. Still got to worry about Mocking Weeks. He's only 2 seconds behind him as well. Manos another 7 seconds back, so might just have to settle for 6th place. Atra in 7th. Big gaps either side of him. Obi in 8th. Dizzy in 9th position. Skippy 10th. Pilgrim in 11th. And we have lost Manny from this one. He got fed up with these super formulas. Wasn't getting on. Dylan actually uses some overtake function down there. And again. He's decided that 4 seconds isn't enough. Kevin down to under a quarter of a tank of that boost function. Dylan using it everywhere he can. It's not working out for him too well. He's only managed to make up 0.3 of a second so far using that. Kevin also using it as and where he can. Mark then 8.5 seconds behind the top 2. Still 6 seconds ahead of Faithless, but again he's just taking a 10th out every now and then. Might not be enough to catch him back up before the end of the race, but again, any kind of slight mistake, positions could change all over the place. Mocking then loses a little bit more time to Faithless. That gap stretches to 2.3 seconds. Manos completely used his overtake function now, so any drivers coming up behind him that have still got a little bit of that left, so they might be able to take advantage, but he is 18 seconds ahead of Atra. It's going to be a tall order to try and pull that time back. Obi and Dizzy still reasonably close, 1.8 seconds between them, but again, whether Dizzy can do the job. 1.4 seconds. Both drivers still got some of this overtake to use if they want it. Skippy 10th, so 7 seconds either side for him. He's having a little bit of a lonely race. And so is Pilgrim, 7 seconds adrift at the back. Kevin and Dylan on the same piece of circuit. That gap down to 4.6 seconds. Kevin has got the tiniest little bit of that overtake function left. Dylan has still got over a quarter of a tank of that. He's going to use that to his advantage then, once, well, not that he knows how much Kevin's got. Yeah, so marked 10.2 seconds behind Kev. But look at this, Faithless Emo has taken a second out of him. Gap's down to 4.9 seconds. 4 laps remaining. Anything could happen still. Tyre wear starting to kick in before the end of this race as well. Mocking just can't keep with the pace of Faithless. Falls a little bit further back. Big gaps back here. Dizzy has closed that gap down on Obi. It's down to 0.7 of a second. Slipstream down this particular part of the circuit as well. Can Dizzy make up another spot before the end of the race? Keeping that half a second gap between these two. Too far back to have a go down the start-finish straight, I think. Come back and have a look at that, shall we? then. 4.8 seconds out front from Kev. Still pulling a little bit of time on Mart here. Again, Faithless Emo taking another half a second out of Mart. Oh, he's found himself with a half a second penalty himself though. That's a shame. Always works out to more than half a second, unfortunately. Usually between 3/4 of a second and 1.5 seconds the majority of the times. So will that bring Mocking Weeks back into it? I'm not too sure. He's 3.2 seconds back. Oh, he's just crashed into the wall as well. Slowed him down a little. No damage on that car though. Lucky. Manos falls a little bit further back from Mocking as well. 9.3 seconds. Atra 21 seconds behind in 7th. A little bit wide through there. Obi and Dizzy still neck and neck. Very close for those two. I've been for a lap or two. I don't think Dizzy's close enough. He's a little bit, oh no, he's very similar in terms of the gap, but Obi's just had a little bit of a spin out on that turn. Dizzy has a little look around the outside, but I'm not able to make that one work, but that does bring him right at the rear end of Obi. A bit of a press all the way down here onto this long straight after this. Going deep there for Obi as he went a little bit defensive. Now can Dizzy use the overtake, slipstream, everything else he's got to try and close that gap up on Obi? It's not working. Around they go again then. So Pilgrim 10th, Skippy's made a mistake, he drops to 11th. Moving up a spot. Dylan starting to pull away a little bit then from Kevin now. Still got a lot of that overtake function left, Dylan, so he can use that for these last couple of laps. Kevin has only got one little squirt left. 14 seconds ahead of this man though. Mark 14.4 seconds behind for Mart at the minute. He's managed to keep that 4.2 seconds gap between Faithless, even though Faithless lost that penalty. He's kept that time pretty well on Mart. Mocking Weeks was able to close up a little bit of time, but it's not going to be enough to go for a move on Faithless before the end of this race. Race leaders aren't far off starting the final lap here. Here it is then for Dylan, final lap of the season for him. Should have plenty of fuel on board. 5.7 seconds ahead of Kevin now as well. Tyres looking good. Kevin comfortably in second. Mart still comfortably in third, although Faithless Emo is still closing up on him a little bit. That gap down to 3.3 seconds between Mart and Faithless. Again, Mart not opted to use much of that overtake function tonight. Oh, there he goes. Big pile of it now. Try and pull himself back away from this man. It's working as well. Anybody close enough to go for a move here? Dizzy is past Obi. Obi must have made a mistake somewhere. Dizzy passed him then into 8th, Obi 9th. They just start their final lap now. Skippy back past Pilgrim into 10th. Pilgrim must have binned it somewhere. No damage on that car, but it does repair itself quite quick. Right, last few corners for Dylan then. He got out front very early on. No, well, literally off the line. He managed to jump Kevin through turn 1. He pretty much stayed there for the entire race. There he goes then, taking the win tonight. But it is going to be this man, Kevin, that takes the championship, coming home in second tonight, but championship overall for Kevin. Martin's going to take third. Look how close Faithless is by the end. Nicely done for Mark. Third place for him. Faithless gets a wiggle on across that final corner. Takes fourth. Mocky Weeks takes fifth. Minus a couple of corners to go for him. Take 6th in the championship. The Tremors will take 7th. Then for Atra. Oh! A little bit of contact around that final corner, but no harm, no foul. Obi backed off the throttle, allowed Dizzy to keep that 8th. Obi coming home in 9th. Skippy taking 10th, and Pilgrim's already crossed the line for 11th. We will watch Skippy cross the line. There it is, done and dusted. Dylan taking the win tonight then, but it is, we missed him. It's HKRT Kevin that takes the championship. It's not you, Dylan. Get off screen. It's not you. It is HKRT Kevin taking the championship. He does with the second place tonight. That's enough to secure him that spot. There was only 6 points in it between him and Dylan, but yeah, that was enough. So it is Kevin's championship. Dylan second though. That's still not a bad result. But that's it. That's it from the Super Formulas. But just before we go, because we've not done yet, we have in terms of racing. Where's that gone? This March the 15th. So it's 8 rounds again. Ferraris only. So it's week 1 is GT3s, GT4s. Apologies. Week 2 is GT3s, week 3 is GT4s, so on and so forth, all the way through the season. And you can see there 1, 3, 5 and 7 is GT4s, 2, 4, 6 and 8 is GT3s, all in the Ferraris, the 458 and the 296. So that's starting on the 15th of March. Same time, same place, Sunday nights at 9 o'clock. Yeah, here on my channel. Let me just give them a bit of that. There you go. But yes, that's pretty much it from me tonight. Decent bit of racing tonight in this one. I hope you've liked what you watched. If you have, you know what to do, people. Click all the like buttons, that sort of stuff. Got the Race of Champions coming up on Friday night at 9 o'clock. That's all the GTTCC boys coming in there. So that's 9 o'clock on Friday night. Still got the Nürburgring racing on Saturday nights at 8 o'clock. And then, yeah, 15th, 2 weeks, and we'll see the Ferraris in action with the P1 boys again. But that's it from me tonight, people. Again, hope you like what you watched. If you have, do the things, click the stuff, but most of all, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.